Hello and welcome to Medical Dialogues. I am Dr. Bhumika. Let's look at today's top medical news. Genetics and environmental factors contributing to childhood obesity, study finds. A cutting-edge molecular approach provides a detailed picture of the biological pathways associated with childhood obesity and metabolic dysfunction and identifies environmental risk factors during early life. The findings are published in Nature Communication. Researchers used an advanced multi-layered omics approach to examine gene expressions, proteins and metabolites in blood samples from over 800 European children together with detailed information about their health and prenatal environment. By analyzing 5 omics layers, DNA methylation, microRNAs, mRNA, proteins and metabolites, the researchers identified 3 distinct clusters among the children. One of these groups stood out because the children not only had higher body fat but also showed more signs of metabolic complications. This high-risk cluster showed a high expression of inflammation markers which indicate an overactive immune system. Eating red meat may raise dementia risk by 13%. A new study has found that eating greater quantities of red meat, especially in processed forms, increase risk for dementia. Results published online in Neurology highlight that replacing processed red meat with protein sources like nuts and legumes or fish may decrease dementia risk by approximately 20%. Among 133,771 individuals included in the study, with an average age of 49 years at baseline, 11,173 were diagnosed with dementia up to 43 years later. A typical serving of red meat is 3 ounces, approximately the size of a bar of soap. Those eating a daily average of 1/4 or more of a serving of processed red meats compared to those consuming a minimal amount had a 13% higher risk of developing dementia, adjusting for numerous clinical, demographic and lifestyle factors such as socioeconomic status and family history of dementia. Study reveals exposure to air pollution before conception increases child's risk of higher BMI. In a study of more than 5,000 mothers and their children, exposure to air pollution during the 3 months before pregnancy predicted higher child's body mass index and related obesity risk factors up to 2 years of age. Findings from the study were published in the journal Environmental Research. Researchers studied 5834 mother-child pairs recruited from maternity clinics in Shanghai. They found that greater exposure to PM2.5, PM10 and NO2 before pregnancy was linked to increases in BMI or BMI-Z, a standardized score that shows how a child's BMI compares to others of the same age and sex. To calculate air pollution exposure during the preconception period, the researchers developed state-of-the-art machine learning models. Researchers used a combination of satellite data, pollutant stimulations, and meteorological factors to estimate daily pollution exposure at each participant's home address. Gestational diabetes linked to type 2 diabetes, but causes vary by individual. Study finds. Women who have gestational diabetes have increased risk of type 2 diabetes in the years after delivery. Those who go on to develop the chronic disease fall into 3 clusters, each with a distinct molecular driver, according to a new study from University of Pittsburgh. Researchers published in Diabetes, Metabolism Research and Reviews. These clusters point to targets for potential precision medicine approach for type 2 diabetes. The team focused on 2 to 5 women who had a history of gestational diabetes and then developed type 2 diabetes within 12 years of delivery. The researchers used blood samples that had been gathered periodically as the women progressed to the chronic disease, applying computational modeling and machine learning to metabolomic, proteomic and genomic data, as well as clinical measures such as triglycerides, insulin and glucose levels. Thank you for watching Medical Dialogue. Stay tuned for more such updates.
Never miss a medical update from Medical Dialogues. Like, subscribe, and press the bell icon.